you're going to have to stand up for everything you say and do at some point in time. And the goal is to be comfortable and happy with the outcome of what you said and done, and be like, this is the legacy now that I'll stand on, that I'll model to everybody else around me watching me.
Yeah.
And they'll be better because they've seen my experience. They've heard my words and learned from the mistakes I've made and how to be better so they can do better in their lives. That's the part that matters, that legacy.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing I would tell my sons back in the day, raising them, I'm not your friend. I'm your father. And they knew that, you know.
I like
But
that.
guess what? My oldest son is 40 years old. My youngest son is 33. So guess what? Now they're all married and got families of their own.
Okay.
So now we can be friends. We can kick it. We can, come over and all that or whatever. And I was a drinking. If I was a drinking man, hey, we can have a beer together. We can do this or whatever. But they're grown. They sit and they have their little drinks and things like that or whatever. But they're at a place now that we can be like this. But when I was raising them, I had to be that role model. I had to be that father.
Yeah.
And that's what I think a lot of the problems are now is that we as adult men, we want to be these kids' friends. I'm not your friend right now.
Yeah.
I can be your friend later in life. Right now, I'm your father.
Right.
I heard my parents saying that growing up, and I used to hate it. I was like, man, what do you mean, man? I'm not asking you to be that. I get what it means now as I'm older. I'm not trying to do this for you to have a happy time.
Right.
I'm trying to tell you how to survive out here and be better, because one day you're not going to be with me. And I need to prepare you for this world out here. And it makes sense now. It makes sense. But I guess that comes with the trust of who you're listening to. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I see the character of this person talk to me about it. I can trust what they're doing because I see them doing it. It's one thing for people to say, don't do as I do, do as I say. That only goes so far. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to judge you on your character, and I'm going to trust what you say versus what I see on the regular. And if that parent isn't doing what they're supposed to do, they are guiding that kid on the wrong way.
Absolutely.
And they're going to look to somebody else for you to be that role model. And that other person may not be a better option. You know what I'm saying? They may be worse. So it's like we have the responsibility to make sure that our kids have the best chance of making it out of here and making this world thrive afterwards.
And I can tell you that even when you get to a certain level, where, like I just said, my oldest son is 40 years old. Now, guess what? I'm still his father.
Of course.
I'm just parenting from a different level. I'm more of an advisor. Because I can't tell them what to do. I can't make them do anything or whatever because they're grown. They can make their own decisions. But they come to me if there's, hey, Dad, what you think about this? And so I'm still a parent. So I'm still giving him guidance because guess what? I was where he was at one place.
Right.
I was an adult, but I was there, and I'm at that. I got a critical decision to make. Well, let me see what my dad feel about this. And that's what we want to build. And even the grandkids get to see this. Now we're pouring into them. And that's the way I feel that our community, it starts in the home. It starts at home.
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
I used to tell my kids all the time, I never told my kids they can be whatever they want to be. Me personally, I think that's a lie. You're gonna be what you work at being.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
That's just bottom line.
I agree with that.
But you created the environment for them to think outside the box, to go and try to achieve anything they want to achieve.
Oh yeah, of course.
I told the men here, it was so funny. My next to the youngest son, this kid was 9th grade, and he said, Dad, Mom, I think I know what I want to do when I graduate. I said, what's that, son? He said, I want to be a doctor. Now, it tickled me,
Right.
because it was funny, because I'm like, come on, dude, now, right now you're like a BC student. Every now and then he'll get an A or whatever.
Right.
But the kid was a genius, but it was just his way of thinking. Well, guess what? That young man went on about 11th grade or so. It's like that light came on. Nothing but A's, nothing but B's, A's, B's. Went on to college, got that 4-year degree, went on to medical school, and that kid's a doctor today down in Tampa, Florida.
Okay.
So, but you know, my wife and I created the atmosphere for him to not have to worry about how the bills getting paid or whatever. We created a safe place for him at home.
Right.
You know, as a family, that this kid can think outside the box, that I want to be a doctor. You see what I'm saying?
I'm going to jump on that, man, because like I told you before, I'm from Florida, Miami, right? And having 5 boys, I had to make a decision because I'm from there. I don't have a clean past. You know, I was born, you know, with a single mother, and she did the best she could, right?
Sure.
So with me having boys, I had to make a decision, like you were saying earlier, about changing the environment.
Yeah.
Because I needed to put them somewhere where I had a little bit more control. You know what I mean? And that's what brought me up here because of my kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I like that, man.
Absolutely. I like that.
I didn't want to go,
Yeah.
because I was comfortable.
Oh, yeah, you're in Miami, man.
Yeah,
you come
you know
to
what I mean?
cold Indiana.
But I'm up here, and now my boys are thriving. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
That is awesome,
My
man.
boy's going to be a pilot.
Let's
so
go.
That's the young man you had at the shop.
yeah,
with
you
that
met him
day.
before.
I
Yeah,
remember.
yeah.
Yes.
He's getting ready to be a pilot.
All right.
So I mean, I think I did the best thing possible.
Oh,
for
man,
him,
you did an awesome
You know what I
job.
mean? So
Yes.
Well, look, man, I think the conversation's been good. I appreciate what you all brought to the table, man. Just your experience, your wisdom, and helping us to let people know it's different out here.
it is.
All right. And you can make a bad decision, you can make a better decision, but you got to live with either one of those things.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping you all today got something from this conversation today. I think this was very rich. And just know that we want the best for you. That's what this whole podcast is about. We want to build a community of people who are looking to do the right thing, creating resources so that we can be better as a people. Because God uses people to do what he does. See what I'm saying? And you are part of that solution. So if you got any value out of this conversation we're having here today, I hope you to like the video, share it to somebody, subscribe, man, because we got a whole lot more dope conversations going on here. You don't want to miss this stuff, man, okay? Subscribe, man. We're trying to get our numbers up over here, all right? So from all of us, man, we thank you all for listening. We'll catch you in the next one.
Peace.
Thank you again for joining us on Disciple Men Podcast. We hope that you got something out of the conversation, that we brought some value to you. We're trying to do something over here, and we need your help to do that. If you could, please like and subscribe. Share the video with a couple friends. We want to make sure to get this word out. Help us men to step up to the road we're trying to do for the family, for God, for the community. We need your support. Look forward to you in the next one.